Did a volcanic eruption in the South Pacific give rise to mutated sharks that defy everything we thought we knew about evolution? Stay tuned to uncover the shocking truth behind the mysterious Sharkcano of the Solomon Islands. In the heart of the South Pacific lies one of nature's most fascinating mysteries, the Solomon Islands. Among its remote waters, there's a feature so strange, it has captured the imagination of scientists and locals alike, the Kavachi submarine volcano. But what's truly incredible about Kavachi is the bizarre, almost otherworldly ecosystem that surrounds it, one that has given rise to the phenomenon known as the Sharkcano. Here, sharks, in a twist no one could have predicted, thrive in conditions that seem almost impossible. Here's something that will blow your mind. After a volcanic eruption in 1939, marine life around Kavachi started to change at an alarming rate. Sharks, in particular, began to exhibit behaviors and mutations never seen before. In today's video, we'll dive into the mystery of what happened to these sharks, how the eruption triggered an unexpected wave of rapid evolution, and whether these creatures are truly unlike any other shark on Earth. In the remote and charming waters of the Solomon Islands, there lies one of nature's most mysterious features, Kavachi, a submarine volcano. This volcano is often referred to as the Sharkcano because of its surprising and unique ecosystem. Underwater at the base of the volcano, sharks have been spotted thriving in conditions that seem almost impossible. The story of the Sharkcano goes back to 1939, a year that stands out for what happened in the area. That year, the eruption of Kavachi unleashed a wave of volcanic heat and chemicals into the surrounding waters. This event set off a chain reaction that would change marine life in ways no one could have predicted. Before the eruption, the waters around the volcano had been calm, with marine life following a predictable pattern. However, the eruption transformed the environment in such a way that it would create a perfect storm for strange and terrifying new creatures to emerge. The volcanic eruption released massive amounts of heat, sulfur, and chemicals into the ocean, causing the water temperature to rise dramatically. Simultaneously, the water's acidity spiked, altering the conditions in a way that had never been seen before. These sudden and extreme changes created an environment where marine life was forced to adapt rapidly, especially the sharks that already called this area home. Some creatures, like the sharks in the area, began to mutate. Their bodies adapted to the harsh new environment, but this wasn't the slow, gradual process of natural evolution. It was more like a whirlwind of change, taking place in a matter of months instead of generations. For months after the eruption, local fishermen started noticing strange things. They reported seeing sharks that didn't resemble sharks at all anymore. Their teeth became twisted and uneven, some even growing in spirals. Their eyes, once sharp and clear, were now cloudy, opaque, and eerily unnatural. These sharks also behaved differently. They became more aggressive, more cunning, and appeared to possess an intelligence that normal sharks didn't exhibit. The mutated volcano sharks quickly became the stuff of local legend, and the stories spread throughout the region. But were these just superstitions, or had something truly bizarre occurred beneath the waves? To uncover the truth, a team of marine biologists from the United States set out to investigate this strange phenomenon. They were determined to get to the bottom of the mystery and find out if the stories of mutated sharks were real. The biologists came prepared with advanced underwater cameras, sonar equipment, and diving gear. They made their way to the Solomon Islands and descended into the waters near the erupting volcano. What they discovered was beyond their expectations. As they dove deeper into the murky waters, the first sharks they encountered were nothing like the sharks they had studied in other parts of the world. These sharks were larger, their bodies distorted, their fins deformed. But what truly set them apart were their eyes, solid black, reflecting an eerie, unnatural light. It was clear these sharks were no longer normal. They had mutated, evolving rapidly to survive in these extreme conditions. The sharks' behaviors were equally unsettling. They no longer exhibited the usual traits of predatory sharks. These sharks seemed to possess new intelligence, an adaptive awareness that allowed them to thrive in the hostile environment of the Sharkcano. One diver even had a narrow escape when a mutated shark lunged at them, its jaws snapping dangerously close to their diving equipment. The most astonishing discovery, however, came when the scientists analyzed the shark's genetics. What they uncovered was even more extraordinary than they could have imagined. The volcanic chemicals, including sulfur and various metals, had fundamentally altered the shark's DNA. This wasn't just a physical mutation. It was a genetic shift that had made these sharks unlike any species previously known. Their evolution wasn't a slow, natural process. It had occurred rapidly in a matter of months. The rapid evolution of these sharks was both astonishing and alarming. In just a few months, they had adapted to an environment that would have been deadly to most marine life. This phenomenon, known as adaptive radiation, is when a species rapidly evolves into different forms to fill new ecological niches. In the case of the Sharkcano sharks, they had evolved quickly, responding to the volcanic chemicals and new environmental conditions in a way that no one had expected. But that wasn't the only change observed. The scientists discovered that some sharks had developed an enhanced sense of electroreception, an ability that allows sharks to detect the electrical signals emitted by other animals. This new skill helped them navigate through the chemical-laden waters, where other sharks would have struggled to survive. Despite the groundbreaking nature of these findings, the scientists still couldn't fully explain why the eruption had triggered such drastic genetic changes. Some theorized that the volcanic eruption released chemicals that directly influenced the shark's genetics, while others suggested that the intense heat altered the shark's cellular structure, causing rapid physical changes. In the years following the eruption, reports of these mutated sharks continued to surface. Fishermen, divers, and explorers all claimed to see these sharks acting in unusual ways, working in coordinated packs, swimming through volcanic vents, and even showing resistance to extreme heat. The lines between myth and reality had blurred, and it became clear that the eruption of 1939 had triggered a chain of events unlike anything seen before in the world of marine life. The mutated sharks of Kavachi became a symbol of how nature, when pushed to its limits, can create something far more terrifying and fascinating than we ever imagined. Researchers, cryptozoologists, and biologists continue to study these sharks, hoping to unlock more of the mystery behind their sudden and extreme evolution. If you found the story of the Sharkcano as mind-blowing as we did, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more incredible, real-life mysteries from the world of nature. What do you think caused the sudden mutations of these sharks? Was it the volcanic eruption? Or could there be something else at play here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to share this video with friends who would love to dive into this eerie underwater mystery.